Hi, this is Mike from Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and on today's video, I'm going to show how to install Windows 11 25H2 or newer on basically any hardware at all without any restrictions, and more importantly, without a Microsoft account, and also without the need for things like Secure Boot, TPM, all that kind of stuff. So essentially, this is installing Windows 11 25H2 on anything. Keep watching to find out how. Okay, so we've got the intro out of the way, so the more important thing now is to work out how to do this. Now, this particular method is going to be useful for those people that actually have more than one computer. Now, if you've just got a single computer and you've just bought a brand new computer and you're desperately looking online on how to get past having a Microsoft account, then some of our previous videos are going to be better for you. But if you're fortunate enough to have access to another PC, or you're doing this in preparation for getting a new PC, using this method is actually really useful, and we're going to be using a program called Rufus, which has been around for a very long time and has matured into a fantastic product which will allow you to bypass certain instances of the restrictions in Windows 11 25H2. So without further ado, let's head over to the computer and take a closer look. Now, before we get started, I will also say, obviously you're going to need access to the internet and the computer to do this on, and also you'll need a USB stick around about 8 gigabytes or larger. You can use pretty much anything you like to, it's not a problem at all. And like I said, you'll need access to 2 different files. The first one is going to be the official Windows 11 installation ISO. So if you go to the download Windows 11 site, I'll put links for this in the video description. Just go down towards the bottom there, where it says download Windows 11 disk image ISO for x64 devices. So you can choose multi-edition or select download, whatever. If you do that and then choose confirm, you'll get this information come up on the screen saying validating your request. This may take several minutes. Do not refresh the page or select back. Doing so will cancel the request. Sometimes this actually hangs. There is a problem with this specific method. So that is a Microsoft thing, unfortunately slightly outside of our control. Okay, so that time it actually went straight through, so that's great. So now you can choose the actual language. So we'll choose English International. Obviously choose the language which is appropriate for your installation. And when you're done, click on confirm. Okay, so that time it actually worked. So you get this screen come up saying download Windows 11 English International. You can verify it, etc. The links for it as well actually expire for a while, so I think they're trying to clamp down on how people can actually get hold of this. But anyway, click on the 64-bit download and choose a suitable location. I'm going to choose the Windows desktop. Now, I've actually got a disk image file already saved, so I did this previously. So in your instance, you'll click on save, but in my instance, I'm going to click on cancel because we already have it. So we're finished with that section now, so now we can use the Rufus part of it. So if you go to rufus.ie, and it'll come up with the kind of version for your particular location. Ours is going to be EN for English, and just click on the download section and it'll go down to the latest releases. So you can choose which you want to do. The portable version's fine, or the standard one if you're on Windows x64, which you should be if you're going to be trying to be using Windows 10 or Windows 11. So we'll just download the EXE. You can get the portable, they essentially do exactly the same thing. One installs, one doesn't. So let's just save that to our Windows desktop, and we'll click on that to start it running. It says, do you want to allow Rufus to check for updates? Yes, we might as well. And there we go, that is it, essentially up and running. So we can close down these windows, we don't need those anymore. So at this point now, we can plug in our USB drive, and it's recognized our drives are 32 gigabit, and that is going to be great. So next we need to choose our disk or ISO image, and we'll choose select. You can actually, if for some reason the Windows 11 won't download from Microsoft, you can choose the option here in the select side, choose download, and then it'll come up with these options. So you can get Windows 10, Windows 11, etc. So that is potentially another method if you want to do it that way. And I'll go back to the selection. So we're going to use the official ISO. So click on select and we'll go back to the Windows desktop. And there is our Windows 11 25H2 English International x64 ISO. And we'll click on open. Now, It's pretty clever how Rufus works, and it automatically knows what it should be. So ideally it should be using GPT and also a UEFI system. If for some reason your system is somewhat older and doesn't fully support UEFI, you can change this to MBR, and then that will give you BIOS or CSM. So if you've got an older system and the UEFI doesn't work or GPT isn't supported, you can change that. But we're going to be mostly using GPT, so I'm going to set it up as GPT stroke UEFI. Again, if you're not too sure, do let us know in the comment section and we'll try and help you however we can. So that is essentially it. What we can do now is click on Start. So this is where we get the extra little bit of help from Rufus regarding our Windows user experience. So we can actually customize our Windows installation ISO. So you can remove the requirement for more than 4 GB of RAM, also secure boot and TPM 2.0. So if your system doesn't support these features, or you've only got 4 gigs of RAM, it's an older tablet or something, you can tick that. Also, you've got the remove requirement for an online Microsoft account, which I think is what a lot of people are going to be wanting to do. And also, you've got the option here, which is quite a nice one, is to create a local account with a specific username. So we can type in new user and check that, and then that is going to create a local account under the name of new user. Again, that can be helpful. Also, you can set the regional options. You can also disable data collection. So that is basically skipping the privacy questions. So we can do that as well. You can also disable BitLocker automatic device encryption. And also you can use the Windows CA 2023 signed bootloaders. So if you want to do that, it's entirely up to you. I probably wouldn't bother with that. So just these ones here will be absolutely fine. So when you're ready, click on OK. And it's going to say that all the data that is on your USB stick will be destroyed. And obviously do make sure that you've got the right device selected at the top here. But when you're ready, click OK. And then what it's going to do is delete the partitions, and it's going to basically take your Windows ISO and modify it ever so slightly so it can make installation a lot easier, and also removing the need for a Microsoft account and also creating that local account if you chose to, and obviously bypassing things like your TPM and all those types of things. So just be patient, let it do its thing, and we'll come back when it's done. Okay, so Rufus has now finished and it says ready. So now we can close that and we can remove the USB drive from our computer. And actually, before you do that, if you want to, you can just verify, yeah, that is the Windows installer, x64, English, etc. Yeah, that's great. So we can remove that from the computer. And now we can try to do a fresh install on another computer. So let's give it a go. Okay, so now we're going to boot from our USB drive on our PC with a clean hard drive, or cleanish hard drive. So we press the power button, helps if I turn the computer on. Press the power button, and straight away we're going to press the, I think it's the F11 key on this particular motherboard just to get our boot menu up. If your drive is a brand spanking new drive, then it will automatically try to boot to another boot device on the system. So yeah, in this case, let's go to our SanDisk, Partition 1. And this should start the Windows installation with any luck. And yes, it appears to. So language is going to be preset to pretty much what they should be anyway. So we'll just choose next. And yeah, that was United Kingdom. Install Windows, and everything will be deleted. We can add a product key later. Now it's just going to check the drive to see what it's on there, and also to choose your image or which version of Windows. I'm going to go with Windows 11 Professional. Generally that's the best one to go for in my opinion, because you get access to more features, at least if you're into tweaking. But if you want to use Home, use Home. The choice is entirely up to you. So we'll choose next, and we'll have to accept the license terms. Now it's searching for disks, so our disk is going to be the one on Partition 1, so disk 0. And we'll get rid of all of the space on there, so we're just left with our unallocated space. Oh, actually there's another one there. So disk 0, all unallocated space, so that's great. So we'll click on next. And it's going to say, as per usual, it's going to install Pro and keep nothing. So we'll choose installation. And yeah, that is going to be pretty much it. I'll fast forward through this so it doesn't bore you to tears, and when there's something else to show you, we'll be back. Okay, so there we go. We have basically finished. There was no other user interaction whatsoever. It literally went through the entire Windows setup process. Didn't ask me for a username, didn't ask me to do anything at all. Literally, I just waited, and the next thing I knew, we have a Windows desktop screen. And I'm guessing if we go into File Explorer, and we go into this PC, and we'll look into the users, yeah, new user. That is the account which I asked to be created, and that is the one we are apparently logged on as. So yeah, great stuff. Absolutely fantastic. There is a windows.old file for some reason, but it's empty, so I'm not too sure what that is. But anyway, yeah, there we go. A completely clean, fresh Windows installation. And actually, yeah, it doesn't seem to have all of the other bloat that it generally does other than LinkedIn. So yeah, looks pretty good. Happy days. So there you go, there is a very cool method of installing Windows 25H2 or whatever comes out next on your new PC if you've got access to an existing PC so you can make up your Rufus disk. That is going to be the important bit, so a little bit of forward planning might be useful, but if you've come across this video and you kind of like the idea of it, but you unfortunately have already got a new PC and it's come up with the login, then you can check out one of the other videos that are listed in the video description. So there you go, hopefully the video's been useful to you. If it has, smash that like button. If you want to see more content like this on a daily basis, maybe consider hitting subscribe. And if you do, don't forget to hit the all notifications, that way you'll be notified of all future video releases. But for now, I've been Mike. This is Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and hopefully we'll catch you in the very next video. Thanks for watching.